crispy.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving right along with another Wave 77 Spider-Man themed series. This set here is my favorite out of the Wave. Somebody asked me on my last video what my favorite set was, and man, it's a toss-up. This series is really good, and it's funny. I'm all about the new releases. Those are the ones I look forward to the most, somebody we haven't seen before. And then my favorite set actually is pretty much we've seen them both before. So it's the one set that doesn't have somebody new in it. Kraven the Hunter, though, the big thing is Kraven the Hunter. His chest piece is molded, which I like the old Kraven the Hunter, but this one blows it out of the water. It's so much better than the original, in my opinion. Black suit Spider-Man. I have a few of them, and they all look great. I guess I'll take another one. I just like that dirt covering on his head. And then the Tombstone that comes with it is just awesome. That we got this cool looking Tombstone. And then, of course, the Build-A-Figure part for this set is the Spider Slayer head with J. Jonah Jameson's face in it, which is also pretty cool. So, really like that. Let's open them up and take a look at them. Now that I looked at the back of the box, I was wrong. There is actually Mysterio and who's the other one? Mysterio comes with Hydro Man. Those two have actually been released before, but whatever. This is definitely, without a doubt, my favorite set, just because they look so good. And I like the Tombstone accessory. I would like more of those. Someday I actually got a bunch from a hobby store, but very cool. So anyways, yeah, let's take them out of the tray. So yeah, they just look really good. Kraven and Spider-Man, that mold that they have for the ground where he's coming up is great. The headpiece that comes off is really good. Kraven himself comes with a spear. I'm not entirely sure if that spear's been used before or where it came from, but I really like it. Yeah, cool looking spear. Really like it. The base for Spider-Man is great too. The molding on Kraven's lion's mane or whatever you want to call it is great. And then his waistband has a lot of detail to it too, with those teeth or whatever. Yeah, just an all-around great looking figure. This mud piece does come off Spider-Man's head. There's nothing really holding it on. You don't have to remove his head or anything to pop it off, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, just a cool looking set. I really like it. So anyways, so here's a weird thing with the setups I'm going to do with him. A lot of them, you'd think I'd do Kraven's Last Hunt, because that's pretty much what the set is Kraven's Last Hunt. Truth be told, I have never read the storyline. I have a ton of Spider-Man comics. Through the years, I got a ton of trades, ton of issues, and the one that I never collected was Kraven's Last Hunt. But I ordered it off eBay. It's in the mail, and I'm thinking that's a storyline. I may just take the time to do as much of the storyline as possible in maybe one or two videos, on like a 15-panel series. I got a few select shots that are classic that I'll use, but nothing. I don't want to do one or two shots and then of the most famous shots, and then after reading the comic decide to do the whole thing. And I've already done half the shots. I don't want to get all mixed up. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it all at once. So we're going to do a bunch of other shots featuring Kraven and Spider-Man, and actually his headstone, which is kind of funny that I'm going to use that for a shot. I just realized that I never put it back out after taking out of the package, but this is going to be pretty much the feature of my next shot. My first shot out of the series featuring neither one of these figures. Yeah, it's kind of dumb, but whatever. it'll be a cool shot, but don't worry, we'll get Kraven in a couple more and Spider-Man in a couple other shots. But for now, let's go to my first setup featuring the Tombstone in this picture. So here's our first shot. Again, not really using either one of the figures from the set, but I saw this shot. I found this shot on online, and I remember it from the whole kind of the beginning of the what do you call it, Clone Saga, when the Chameleon brings Peter's parents back to life, and he finds out he's the one who is responsible for it, and he's going to crush him with a headstone. So this is just kind of an ode to that. Yeah, that's basically all this shot is. So, yeah, turned out really well. Like it. Got everything all centered up. We got 2 trees in the back and some clouds and everything else. And it turned out very well. I think I'm going to have to dampen that fluorescent bulb in back a little bit. It's a little bit too bright for what I want it to be. But everybody else is in position, so should turn out pretty good once I take pictures of it. So, anywho's, on to the next shot. So once again, I lie. We have I had the Tombstone, kind of the cemetery set up, and I'm like, you know what? I should really do a Marvel zombie, Spider-Man zombie coming up from the grave. Make sure I kind of get the name Spider-Man in there, just so we have that effect. We got his actual tombstone. It's too bad it says Kraven the Hunter on it. I wouldn't mind buying a second set and wiping that off. Not that that's not awesome, but just for other usages, it's a pretty cool accessory. I really like it. So perfect shot for it. Really like it. Yeah, this couldn't help myself. So let's do another Kraven. Let's do an actual Kraven and Spider-Man shot now. So here's our next shot. This one, yep, using both characters. It's pretty awesome. I really like it. I was gonna do this in the jungle, and then it was kind of like, what would Spider-Man be doing in the jungle? Like, we know why Kraven would be in the jungle, but why the heck would Spider-Man be in the jungle? And then how do I get a jungle setting with Spider-Man in it? And then you just think about New York, the park, whatever it's called. Can't think of it offhand, brain fart, but Central Park. And, we have the jungle, atmosphere, geography, whatever. And then I threw the city buildings in the back just to be like, hey, this is a park. You can kind of see that picnic table in back. Can't really see it too much where it's at, but it's there. But I think most people get the Central Park with New York in the background. Spidey taken out with Kraven with a spear on him and stuff. So really like this one. Very happy with it, of course. Yeah, really like it. Very happy with it. Let's go on to another shot. I think the next one might be it for tonight. But otherwise, you guys will probably see sometime in the next month or two Kraven's Last Stand. Me interpreting that, from front to back as much as I can. So, but otherwise, let's go to that last shot. So our final video is J. Jonah Jameson offering Kraven a bunch of money to find out who Spider-Man is. Pretty basic, setup or whatever. A lot of these accessories are straight out of Michael's craft store. The clock, the cuckoo clock, the plant, the table with the legs cut off. I had to cut off the legs on that to lower it. Even then, it still seemed a little high. There's a telephone there. The coffee mug is obviously Minimates. The map is actually from Michael's. A lot of this stuff is from Michael's. Newspapers are obviously Minimate newspapers. But yeah, that's pretty much where everything came from is Michael's. If you guys are looking for good, accessories, that's a place to go. It usually costs like $3 a pop. That's where I get all my trees and landscape from. And it's just kind of nice to chip away. I always bring a Minimate with me to see if they're even in scale, because a lot of the stuff actually isn't in scale, but you can still find a few things here and there that work really well, like the stuff that I have pictured here. So anyways, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you check out the description of this video for my Instagram and Facebook link. Thank you for viewing, and we'll see you guys soon at the next video. Bye now.